Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are working on our level 40 leather worker quest. Before we go ahead and get started, I'm going to make sure I've eaten some food because I've been having a bad problem with forgetting to do that lately. Let's just eat the low quality salt cod. It's in my inventory, let's make use of it. We're mostly getting that 3% experience bonus out of our food anyway. Hello there Geva, what would you have me do for you today? A recent order has Guildmaster Geva flustered. Ralger, take me of all the times for this order to come in. Here, have a look, Satora. An order for a pair of boarskin smithy's gloves made by the Guildmaster herself using her famous Geva patterns. To be delivered post-haste, no less. I bet a month's earnings that this oaf couldn't tell my handiwork from a Gubu's ours, but does that stop him from filing such a tactless order when I'm up to my very ears in work for the exhibition? Apparently not. Post-haste? I deliver a slap upside the head post-haste if it wouldn't have negative repercussions for guild business. Fortunately, my new assistant has arrived. Why, you of course, Satora. I did mention that I'd be delegating work to you while I focus on the exhibition, did I not? What about the customer's conditions, you say? Bah, he'll get a pair of gloves made by the famous Satora herself, and he'll like them just fine. Damn, that's some actual praise coming out of you. Okay, looks like we might actually already have some of the gloves, do we? Boarskin Smithy's gloves. Do we? Hold on, I want to check something, because I just spent like 20 minutes getting the materials for this. Item comparison, that's what I was looking for. Wow, okay, yeah, no, we already have better than that. I just went and got the materials for the Boarskin Smithy's gloves. But yeah, Boarskin Smithy's gloves. I guess we already have what we need. Pre-crafted and ready for the customer. Here we go. They are a level 40 craft that takes 2 boar leather, 1 steel ingot, and 1 hippogriff sinew. Alright then. I guess we already have what we need and I didn't need to go out and do all that gathering. Well, have you brought the work of the famous Satora? I have indeed. A smithy's gloves must be sturdy enough to protect his hands from the fires of the forge. At the same time, they must be pliant enough so as not to hinder the precise movements needed to work fine steel. Crafted from boarskin, lightweight, tough, and resistant to friction, this pair of smithy's gloves represents the best of both worlds. The simple design allows the 5 fingers to move with full range of motion, the ideal handwear for any capable smith. Your work has admirably captured each of these essential points. I am happy to sign off on it. You may deliver to Fenyi Fineries without delay. What, the Geva patterns? Do not worry yourself about such foolishness. Have I not told you that he will know no better? At any rate, off with you. Even a fool of the client is a valued customer. Fair enough, I suppose? Alright, let's get out there and make that delivery. Where is this blacksmith who so urgently needed the highest quality post-haste? Hello, sir. My very first pair of custom-made smithy's gloves, made by the famous Guildmaster Geva to boot, are said to arrive from the Leatherworkers Guild any moment now. I can hardly wait to try them on. That would be these gloves, friend. A delivery for me, you say? Oh, do hand it over, and quickly if you would. Now what if we hoglet to Hornets and Bayergot's my uncle if this isn't the finest, most comfortable pair of gloves I've ever laid hands on? And to think they are the... What's that you say? Well, he's already praised them. He's already praised them. So if he takes it back now, he's gonna look like a right asshole. What's that you say? These gloves are not the work of Geva. Why, I couldn't give 2 shites about that. Friend, I don't know a damn thing about you leatherworkers or your patterns. A fellow smith assured me that Jeva's gloves were of peerless quality and that was enough for me. I placed my order the same day, sight unseen. And I am glad I did, for you have brought me the most comfortable pair of smithy's gloves I have ever had the pleasure to own. You and the Guildmaster have my utmost gratitude. Okay, so he's literally just going off of someone's recommendation. You know what? Fair enough. Geva's under a lot of stress, so you did kind of set her off a bit. But I will see if I can calm her down. Another satisfied customer, yes? I told you that you worried for not Satora. Oh, I suppose you're still curious about those Geva patterns, aren't you? Allow me to explain. Some years ago, Gridanians took quite a fancy to a toadskin bag of my design. So popular were the bags that they quickly sold out, driving prices up to a premium. What do you suppose happened next? Greedy artisans sought to cash in on my success. Toads were hunted nigh to extinction and a host of imitation bags flooded the market. I was devastated as a proud leatherworker and a lover of nature both. But what could I do? For weeks, months I struggled, yet felt powerless against the forces of greed. That's when it struck me. Even if I could not stop others from copying my creations, I could at least ensure that their work was not needlessly destructive. I swore a vow that the next line of Geva toadskin bags would be made with an eye towards economy, and that the patterns used to craft these wares would enable inexperienced leatherworkers to reproduce my designs with minimal waste. Do you see now, Satora? Artisans worthy of the Fenyi name do not need to rely on Geva patterns. They already respect the natural world to which we owe our livelihood. This is something that cannot be taught, yet it has clearly awakened within you. Which is why I did not hesitate to entrust you with this task, and why you can expect many more to come. Damn, she has come a long way in praising us, instead of just being critical and mean and a bit cruel. Hooray! She's getting better! I'm proud of her! Alright, we got an apprentices all, which is almost definitely, yeah, a downgrade from what we have. Oh well. Alright then, with that done, let's get to work on our crafting log, but first I'm gonna yank some materia out of our spirit bonded gear. Just one? Alright, let's see, where can I stick that? We've got, ooh, we actually have a couple things we can fuse in. Let's try and get this control +2 in. Hey, one of them worked! And let's, where can we put the CP +2? Let's try and put it on this one, the ring. Nope, complete failure. Oh well. Alright then, let's get working on our crafting log. Let's see, so starting off with the crystals we need. We are going to need 226 wind shards, 118 fire shards, 417 earth shards, 64 lightning shards, 13 water shards, 1 wind crystal, and 3 earth crystals. Alright, that'll be everything we need in terms of the crystals. Next up, let's see, from the South Shroud, we're gonna need to mine up 1 wind rock, 9 silver ore, use botany for 3 oak logs, mine up 1 ice rock, botany for 6 flax, mine up 1 effervescent water, mine up an earth rock, and then mine up 34 black alumine. In the North Shroud, we're going to use our botany for 5 latex. In Upper Lenosia, hold on, get over there, there we go. In Upper Lenosia, we're going to mine up 1 water rock, 1 lightning rock, and 1 fire rock. And then also mine up 24 electrum ore. In Western Thanalin, we're going to mine up 29 iron ore. Central Thanalin is going to give us 1 rock salt for mining. Eastern Thanalin, we can mine up 1 raw rubellite and 20 alumine. In Southern Thanalin, we can mine up 9 mithril ore and 7 bomb ash. And this next one is out of our level range for gathering. It is a level 50 gathering item from mining. So I'm not going to be getting it, and I did not get it, but if you want to go out of your way to grab it, go ahead. And that'll be 24 cobalt ore up in Northern Thanalin. Next up, we can go fishing in Eastern Lenosia for 4 red coral. Yeah, 4 red coral. In the same area, we can hunt grass raptors for 29 raptor skins and 5 raptor sinew. Next up in Eastern Thanalin, we can fight, This is an enemy I want to show on the map. In Eastern Thanalin. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can get in there easier. Heading from the High Bridge area, east through Burgundy Falls, and down here to the Burning Wall. Around this area, or actually maybe from fighting the Snurbles up here, or the Furbles down this way, we can get 1 Snurble Tuft. Also in Eastern Thanalin, we can fight Myotragus Billies and Nannies for 1 Aldgoat Skin and 5 Aldgoat Horns. Next up in Southern Thanalin, we can fight Pisces next to Little Alamigo for 3 Pisces skins. In the Eastern Shroud, we can fight boars up in the Bramble Patch for 19 boar hides. In the North Shroud, we can fight Diremites by Falgord Float for 2 Diremite Sinew. In... let's see, what's next? Upper Lenosia, from the junk monger in the area there, we can purchase 1 Mildewed Thigh Boots, which I believe is going to actually be in my armory chest. I got stuck in there when I bought it. Mildewed Thigh Boots, where the heck? I could have sworn I bought these. Oops. Okay, well, I'll have to go back and buy those off screen and deal with that in a bit. But 1 Mildewed Thigh Boots for the Jungmongers up in Upper Lenosia. Next up, from Kurth's Central Highlands, we can fight Ornery Caracles to the south of Camp Dragonhead for 22 fleece. And if we head far to the west from Camp Dragonhead, I'll show it on the map in a moment, we can find Hippoceraphs, which will drop 2 Hippogriff Sinew that we need. Then after that, all we need is the 24 Cobalt Ore from North Thanalin, and we can get to all of the pre-crafting. Alright, for the pre-crafting. Oh, right, one more thing before we get to the pre-crafting. There's one other thing we need, and that's Urea Skin. I was unable to get that. You get that from a level 50 post-game dungeon. We'll be getting to that eventually, but Ureus Leather and everything we make from that, it's gonna have to be held off till the post-game of A Realm Reborn. Just because we cannot get to that yet. So yes, other than that, once we have everything from the Gathering, for the pre-crafting, we're going to need to, as a carpenter, make 1 oak lumber. As a blacksmith, make 1 iron ingot, 1 iron rivets, 7 steel ingots, 3 mithril ingots, 1 mithril rivet. If you got the cobalt, 12 cobalt ingots. As a goldsmith, an eye of ice, lightning, water, earth, fire, and wind. And then 3 silver ingots. A rubelite, which is a level 41 craft, which we're actually gonna have to go and do right now. That is actually new to us. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Rubelite, there you are. After we've made the rubelite, we also need to make 6 electrum ingots. Then we can move over to Leatherworker, where we're going to make 1 old goat leather, 19 boar leather, 6 boarskin ring bands, 3 Pisces leather, and then 28 raptor leather, which is the level 41 new leather that we get at this tier. If you go ahead and go out of your way to somehow get the Ureus leather, either from the market board or you go to that level 50 post-game dungeon, we only need 1 Ureus leather for today. Why do I have it listed as we need 2 Ureus skin then? Oh, do I have the Ureus? Yeah, I have the Ureus leather listed as something that we need to craft. It's one of our separate goals, so I guess we technically only need 1 Ureus skin. Oh well. After the Ureus leather, we need 3 crafts of linen yarn to get 6 total. Then 3 undyed linen, 10 crafts of wool and yarn to get 19 total. 9 undyed wool and cloth. That's all as weaver. Next up as alchemist, we can make 5 rubber. 1 natron. 1 felt as weaver. And back to alchemist for 2 horn glue. And then the last thing we can make is 5 cobalt rivets from our pre-crafting. Once we have all of that, that should be all the pre-crafting we need to do, and we should be able to just go through and make everything on the level 41 to 45 crafting log list. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up all of this, and next time on Final Fantasy XIV, more main story, as we continue our investigations into the allegations of heresy in Camp Dragonhead, so that we can clear Lord Francel's name, our name indirectly, and get access to that information on what happened to the Enterprise 5 years ago. I'll see everyone next time for that.